everyone, it's Christine. And today we're gonna do an update on my succulents under my Spider Farmer SF300 right here. These are the grow lights, and just to give you a little peek of the lights that are under there, see? It's really long. Anyways, in one of our episodes, I did a unboxing of this light here and how I set it up, and then I showed you which succulents I put inside, and it's been a few months since then. I would say about 3 to 4 months later, and my succulents that I put under these lights are doing well. Now, the first thing I need to mention about this light is this is a weaker grow light. This is not like their SF1000 from Spider Farmer. So if you're going to put succulents under these lights, I suggest that you put the succulents that don't per se need as much light as like Echeverias. If you have right here, this is what is called a crassula baby's necklace. It does extremely well under these lights because it just doesn't need as much of an intensity, I would say, compared to if you were to put Echeverias. Like this is a Echeveria. I will put the ID on the screen for you if I remember later. But you can tell right there just from how the succulent looks. I mean, it looks okay, but it's not as compact as I would like it to be. It did make a lot of babies. I haven't shown you the unboxing for this yet, but when I did unbox it, it only had about 3 heads on it, and now you can see that it has multiple babies right under there. It's a nice cluster now. While it is doing well under these lights, I do not suggest you put Echeverias under the Spider Farmer SF300. Succulents like the string of pearls over here, you know, these guys, when grown outdoors, they like indirect bright light. They're better grown in the shade where they get at the most morning sun, but other than that, they just need bright light to really thrive, and they do really well under these lights if you do grow some of your string of pearls indoors. And you can see here the pearls that are kind of trailing out. There's some dry ones there. There's some dry pearls there, mainly because I do forget to water a lot. But those are the new pearls that have, you know, started growing, and I just put it on top of a pot with soil in it, and eventually they will root without having to go through the stress of getting super dehydrated before they start rooting into that pot. But this has really filled in really nicely. You can see it's in like a little takeout container here. This is because I bottom water this. It's really established, and I just basically put water in there when it needs water, and it drinks it all up. And they are doing really good under these lights. I have aeoniums here. I'm not exactly sure what this is called. I don't know if it's a Zwartkop or whatever's, but this one here is my Aeonium Lily Pad that we did repot a few episodes ago, and it is doing really well under these lights. And its new pot, it is growing compared to how it looked in the past video when I did the unboxing for these lights. They do look much better. They're getting bigger. They're no longer losing bottom leaves, and they like their new pot and their new soil. And if you have lily pads or other types of aeoniums and you do grow them indoors like I do, I grow my aeoniums indoors because it's just way too hot for them to stay outdoors for me. They're just pretty much going to stay dormant, but they do well under these lights because, like I said, if they were to be outside, they don't need to be in direct sunlight to thrive. Now, you can see it actually went into full bloom under these lights. I do need to cut this off right here, and hopefully there's more babies that come out of that main stem. And I have some crassulas in the back here. They have gotten leggy because they don't get as much light back there. I'm trying to give you a better view, but there are a lot of new babies that came in, and then it's not particularly doing too well because I tend to underwater it way too often. And then here I just have a pot of, this is a jade cutting that I just planted in there because I had no space at the time. And there's some more crassula. There's some more crassula baby's necklace in this pot. There was barely anything in here before, and now they're actually growing pretty nicely. You guys did see my variegated string of hearts in the last video, and they were doing much better in the last video. Again, it has gotten hot lately, and I forgot to water them, but you know, I need to water them again. These, once established, actually do like a lot of water. They need to be bottom watered, believe it or not. I mean, look at this pot. It doesn't even have that much hearts in it, or this one. But I actually need, not this one, but this and this pot right here, they actually need to be bottom watered whenever I water them. Just make sure that your hearts are thirsty by the time you water, but they do need more water than regular succulents do. In the future videos, we are actually going to take some cuttings from my crassula baby's necklace over here and here, because you can see some of the stems with the, you know, new heads coming out, right? The multiples, like this one has 3, and then there's another baby growing right there, and there's some more on the bottom. That's all growing on one stem, guys. And I need to take cuttings so that this pot here could get thicker, and then I could also start new pots, because this really is one of my favorite succulents to grow. They're so easy to grow, and they're just so pretty to look at. They don't need as much lights as Echeverias. I would say Echeverias are probably the highest maintenance as far as succulents go, because they do need a lot of intense light to grow nice and compact, and I do have lights for that. But I wanted to review certain ones to let you know which ones are worth the money and which ones are not. This definitely is if you have these types of succulents that I have over here, but if you have mainly Echeverias, I would go for the SF1000s from Spider Farmer or SF2000 model. This one here is something Calico Hearts. I forgot the exact ID, but I'll have it on the screen for you. I thought that these would actually need a lot of sunlight, or you know, a lot of really strong light, but surprisingly it is doing very well under the SF300. Adromischus Calico Kitten, I believe, Calico Hearts, and it's doing really well under these lights. It's just one thing about it is that it's a very slow grower, but you know, it's not spreading out or anything. It's staying nice and compact under these lights, and you know, it is actually growing, and it's growing well. I've had this for a few months now. By the way, guys, this is from the Next Gardener. They sent me, this was one of the succulent cuttings that they sent me in the past, and really great succulent to have, guys. If you haven't visited the Next Gardener yet, make sure to visit them, because they do really send beautiful quality succulents, and this is one of the easiest ones to care for. I didn't even know how to care for this because I never had one before, but it doesn't require too much light, doesn't require a lot of water, slow grower, but it's super pretty and it's super chubby. And some of the leaves grow out like this, and they look like cute little hearts. See that? It's so adorable. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Like I said, this is about 3 to 4 months later after the unboxing, and this is how the succulents are doing after that time. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Christine from These Succulent Buddies. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye everybody, see you guys later in the next video.